Oh, it's so bright. I can barely see in here. Oh my gosh. Oh, why did I put the blinds up? Hey, what's going on? Welcome to another cartooning course. I am Nate Fakes. I'm so happy you're here in this bright studio of mine. I don't have any blinds up on the window. It's late afternoon and the sun is just bam, right on me. But I can see you. You can see me. Well, actually, I guess I can't see you because this is all video. We're not like video chatting. But you know what I'm saying. This will work out just fine. I'm happy it's sunny out, you know? It's November, depending when you watch this. But right now it's November here, and a lot of places are snowy, but it's actually sunny here. So I'll take it. I will take it. But listen, this week I just want to discuss something with you to keep in mind. If you're to this point, this level where you're looking for clients or work coming in, and you get a lot of when you get there, when you have a website developed, when you start, growing your career, basically, you get some oddballs that come in for work. And I've had quite a few throughout my career. And I wanted to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people pass on potential work because you don't possibly know for sure what you're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. It is important to be upfront with everybody that approaches you about work and let them know what you've done if they ask, and be very upfront and open about what you're capable of doing. Okay, I'm not saying don't do that, but what I am getting at is don't underestimate yourself. There's been times when I've been hired to do caricature art, for one. That is not my specialty. Before I came to Los Angeles, I never did storyboards, yet they hired me anyway, and that's something that I learned to eventually do. I'm just bringing this up as if you get opportunities that come in and you're not 100% sure about it, like you don't do it often, maybe you don't feel like you're that great at it, like me in caricatures. I'm not a big caricature artist, but if you think you can potentially pull it off, don't just let it slip by and say no to it. Unless, there's other factors involved too, like price and if you have time or whatever it may be. But what I've discovered and has helped me grow as a illustrator and cartoonist, I know this, is taking on some jobs that I'm just not 100% sure about. Not 100% sure about. Can I do it though? I think I can. And if you that part of you that feels like I've never done it before, but I think I can maybe pull this off, chances are you can. Okay, your gut is telling you you got this. You can do it. It may not be easy. You may have to do a few edits before the final's done, or God knows what whatever the project is. But don't just say no to a project because you don't do it often. And again, if the project's good or if you want to take it, I bring this up because last week I got approached about doing some medical illustrations. Now, medical illustrations are something totally different than what I'm used to. But come to find out, they don't need to be like super detailed. They're not the type that look almost photorealistic. But just medical illustrations, like the more fun. When I was approached by it first, I'm like, well, I'm kind of open to this. I'm constantly seeking out new opportunities and seeing what's out there. And I was open to it, and the pay was really good. And so I approached it, and I let them know what was up with. I was asked if I ever done medical illustrations before, and it's very important to be honest with everyone you work with. I mean, that's a rule of thumb for everyday life, right? Be honest, be cool, and be open about what you have done and what you are capable of doing. But when I got the project and heard a little bit more about it, though, I was really curious, and because I've done life drawings and things like that, not my specialty, definitely not my specialty, but I was open to it, and it was out there, and they actually communicated with me, so why not? Why not? I have a portfolio online; they can see what I have done, and I also sketched up a few medical, quote unquote medical illustrations for them. And sent it their way just so I did them very, very quick. Didn't spend a lot of time on it, but just showed them like, hey guys, if this is kind of what you're looking for, I can probably do it. So that's just kind of, it's one of the, it's a new thing for me, but I always like to try new things and do new projects and try to, again, it just helps as an illustrator and cartoonist grow the more I do. That's why I like gag cartoons actually the most. And I'm doing more things beyond that, but gag cartoons are so, like, they change every day. And I love that aspect of it. I'm one of those types that just likes to have change. I like to grow. I like to do new things. And especially, I mean, as a cartoonist, there's all types of things out there I want to do and try. And, I talked about animation. I really want to get into that. And that's something I just haven't had time for. But anyhow, if you have opportunities that come along, before you just say no, do a little head check and think to yourself, is this something I am capable of possibly doing? And if it is, if you have that little voice in your head saying, I could probably do this, just try it out and take it. Worst case scenario, it's horrible, it's awful, and just, it's not a client that's ever going to hire you back or something. I don't know. Again, be professional through all of it. I'm not going to repeat myself, but you know your morals and everything too. Be upfront with the client. If you have a resume online and you direct them to that and they see it and they see your potential in you and you feel like you can maybe pull this off yourself, then I would say go ahead and go for it. Because I know I've heard it before with a lot of people that have passed on projects. It's because they didn't know for sure if it was right for them or they didn't feel like it was perfect. And I get it too. There are some things that come along. I'm like, no, it's really not for me. But if those projects come along where you think you have that little voice in your head saying you can potentially do it, hey, I would say go ahead and try for it if you want. So I just wanted to let you know about kind of my situation. And I don't know if you've experienced that yourself. But yeah, try new things. If other people see your potential and what you're capable of doing, and maybe you don't see that, medical illustrations, I've never before thought in my life I'd be doing anything like that, but it seems to be a kind of a fun medical project, and so it actually is up my alley, and it's a little bit different, but I didn't just say no to it right away. I tested the waters, filled it out, and then at the end of the day, come to find out I would be capable of doing it, and it seemed all right. So that's my little spiel for today. If you've ever had a situation like this, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. I also want to mention, depending on when you're watching this, but right now Cartooning Courses Pro is open for enrollment. I opened it back up because I had an interview last week for a LA magazine, and they had an article up, and so they wanted to feature Cartooning Courses Pro, and so that is now open for enrollment. If you don't know about it, click on the link below, but there's a lot to it. It's basically taking things up a notch. We have a Facebook group, one-on-one help, anything I could do to help you along the way with your cartooning journey. There's a lot in there. I'm not going to go over all of it here. It's all on a link at the bottom of this video, so you can check it out. Just check it out, and yes, enrollment is currently open. I shut it down for a while, and I opened it back up now that we have some students and things are rolling. And I'm excited about it. I'm adding new things to it on a regular basis as well. So keep that in mind. Check it out if you'd like. Meantime, I'm going to go find some sunglasses. Probably either that or go to a different room so I don't have the sun blaring on me here. But I hope your cartooning is doing awesome, and I will talk to you soon.